I'm Elsa Dorfman, and I'm a portrait photographer, and I use the Polaroid 20 by 24. The 20 by 24 was built by Edward Land in 1976 or 7. He wanted to make a camera that would show off the color film he had just invented. And he had this idea of making the biggest Polaroid camera that he could. And they eventually made 6 of them, and I have number 4. When I started to work with this camera, I needed the studio, and I needed to buy film by the case, and I needed to have insurance, and blah, 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 and a telephone. So I needed to earn money. It's so interesting to have a window on other people's families. The people who decide on this medium and decide on me are a certain kind of person who says, I'll go for it. So it's the kind of person that goes, oh, this is my family, so he has braces. He's adorable with his braces. Oh, she never smiles, so what? Here we are. Well, those people are rare and precious. I ask people to bring things that reflect where they are now in their life. And some people get really into having a million things in their pictures, and some people don't. When they come, I don't think about what my pictures are going to reveal at all. I just think about getting a picture, what I call a good picture, an interesting picture. And any curiosity that I have or interest I have, sort of, I wait until, I almost don't see it until later. During the photo session, I'm sort of like flying by the seat of my pants, sort of like, I just am, sort of really putting myself out to make them comfortable and to somehow do it and get a picture that they like. So anything that comes out in my pictures, I wouldn't exactly say it's by accident, because it isn't by accident, and I've sort of made the nest for it to arrive, but I haven't obsessed about it. Well, what I think is that when the people come here in their regular clothes that, they just picked up off the floor or whatever, they themselves are more relaxed than if they, are wearing starch shirts and whatever. And so I think that has an effect. That has an effect. Get. For one thing, you can only take one image at a time. And so that this, I'm talking about the effect the camera has on people. It has, I don't think it's any effect on still lifes. A rock is a rock. Does the rock care? No. But people, it becomes very interactive. And the reason is that you can only take one picture at a time. So you take a picture, and 80 seconds later you peel it with the client or the subject standing right there, and then you decide whether to take another picture. So they really partake in the dialogue about the picture. It's very interactive, and I think in a way it's very much like performance art, because the subject understands they have to perform for my camera. That's really a big thing that I really believe, is that people should accept their imperfections and their beloved's imperfections and the imperfections in life. The easiest way to go insane is to be a perfectionist. And I think because I take the pictures with people's imperfections, I hope that they're seeing that their imperfections are charming and beloved and there and not the end of the world. I mean, that's probably my mantra, is that it's fine. We're fine. You're fine. You know, and of course in art, it's the imperfections that make it really work. You know, the accidents are what you really want.